Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about screen flows. In the last video, we have discussed regard trickle and we did one use case. And today's scenario is like whenever the user is on account page and he wants to create a contact for himself without automating, so we have to guide the user to create the contact. So there should be a button on the every contact, like here, like create new opportunity. So whenever he clicks on the button, he has to get the contact, the form. So he has to fill up the information of the contact and click on save, and then the contact will be associated with the account. So we gonna go through how we gonna do it. So click on setup, click search for flows, click on new flow. So start from scratch and click on screen flow. So we're gonna guide the user through the flow. So we have to select the element screen here. So let's give it a label as a create contact label. Okay, so if we don't want this flow label header to be not not visible, then we can hide the header. The same we can do the same thing for the footer too. We can hide the previous button and the pause button. We should have at least one button here, so I'm going to keep the finish button here. So after that, we have to give the user the data which he has to enter. So he has to enter the last name, because the last name is, sorry, text field is last name is mandatory field. So I'm going to give the last name. So the API name is also the last name. So it's a required field. Okay, and then the next one, if you want, you can give the phone number too, but I'm not making it mandatory. Phone, and you can give the email too. It's also not mandatory. Keeping it as email. Click on done. So we have created 3 fields with the screen flow: last name, email, and phone. Whenever user enters the values here, so it will be stored in this screen flow API name. We can refer this API name for each one. Sorry, not this one, this one, like last name, email for the email API name, phone for the phone API name. So click on done. So we have to store each value in a separate variable, or we can directly update the record too. That's up to us. So for now, I am creating the update record. Before that, we have to do something, like we have to create a new variable. So we have to create a variable, so which takes the id of the contact, id of the account. Whenever we want to create a contact for that account, so see here we have an id. So whenever we are going to create a contact, we have to click on the contact, so it automatically takes this id. So for that, we have a variable name record id. So I'm going to click on new resource. The type is variable. It's record id. It should be, record is in small letters and I should be capital. So the data type is text. I need only the record id. if I want the old record of the account, then I can go for the record. So I want only the record ID, account ID. So we can allow the multiple values. So means it can be a collection of the records. So I should say it for available for input. So it automatically takes the record ID of that account. So click on done. So after that we have to create the contact. So create records, create contacts. So I'm selecting the fields and setting up manually. Contact. So last name is the last name. Mobile phone. Create contact is my screen component. And the phone, I should have I have different values here, but I have to take only the value. Now the phone. Oh, sorry, I have given the phone already. So email. Create contact, email, and the value. And I have to associate with the account ID. So account ID, and the record variable is record ID. So this is how we do it. So click on save. Contact creation. Click on save. Activate. You should activate it. So we have created the flow, but we need a action button here in order to use that flow. So I'm going to object manager, going account, and we have to create the action. So click on new action. So our action type is flow. Our flow name is contact creation. See, contact creation. So I can give create contact as a label which appears on the account record page. So click on save. So we should see it on the page. For that we have to give it in the page layout. We are using the account page layout. So I'm going to the mobile and lightning actions. Click on create contact, and I am dragging it to the actions. So click on save. Then now we can see it on the account record page. See, we can see it on the record page. So we already have a contact associated with this account. So I'm going to do it for other one. Price shopper, web, okay. Shoprite, I think. So I'm clicking on new. Create a new account name. Give it Walmart 2. Click on save. We don't need any other field. It's not required. So I'm going to click on create contact. Last name is Walmart. Contact 1. Walmart@gmail.com. Phone is okay, phone. See, the contact is created. This is how we can use the screen view.